Dear students of the Hannah Arendt promotion, dear professors, staff, alumni, family, honoured guests, the closing ceremony will begin just now. Please make yourselves comfortable, and we look forward to experiencing together a very special and memorable event. We apologise for the delay in the proceedings, but the Academic Council of this morning was prolonged so that we could discuss the very important COVID-19 situation and how we prepare for the incoming students in September. I am pleased to announce that we are ready then to start our closing ceremony, and it is my honour and great pleasure to invite our rector, Jörg Monar, to the podium.
Well, dear students of the Hannah Arendt promotion, dear colleagues, dear family members and guests, and dear Rector-elect Federica Mogherini, who has kindly accepted already to be present today at this very special moment for you as students and for the college as a whole. I would also like to say that amongst the directors of studies present here in the front row, we have Professor Eric de Souza, who has been offered the chair of Hannah amongst the directors of studies by Professor Béatrice Demont on account of his more than 30 years of faithful service to the economics department and to the college. I would also like to thank Professor Dumont for the initiative to have, so to say, surrendered her place of honor to Eric de Souza. I wish to welcome you watching us now here on screen to this closing ceremony of the 2019-20 academic year of the college. For a closing ceremony, this remote format is unprecedented in the history of the college. Unprecedented as a pandemic situation we here at the college, Europe and the world are going through now for several months already. I cannot, as a rector, express more my regret that it has not been possible because of the continuing COVID-19 restrictions to assemble you students and your family members here all in Bruges for our usual format of the closing ceremony. All staff members, academic and administrative, for whom this is also the final occasion, normally, to say goodbye to you, share this regret. My own is also greater because after becoming rector in 2019, I decided to both upgrade and open the closing ceremony to family members of our students. And here I am now in the final closing ceremony of my mandate as rector, looking only at the camera. Fortunately, I am not entirely alone. Here in the room E of the college diver building, which you students know very well, but I will speak to you in the presence of my colleagues, the directors of studies, my successor, Federica Mogherini, and Professor Eric de Souza, as I already said in my first sentences. I would like to add, I'm particularly pleased also personally by the presence of my successor, former High Representative and Vice President of the European Commission, Federica Mogherini, who has also already participated, still as an observer, in the Academic Council meeting this morning. In the preparations for this special closing, we have tried to do our best in the given circumstances, integrating new elements in the ceremony and changing a few traditional ones. And I hope that all those who are connected now with this event will find attending rewarding. It is my pleasure now, and it is the first of the more special elements, the new elements, because we have not systematically had addresses delivered by senior guests on this occasion. It is now my pleasure to announce that we will watch a pre-recorded message by Secretary General of the Council of Europe, Mrs. Maria Pejcinovic-Buric. I would like to add that Mrs. Pejcinovic-Buric is also une ancienne of the college, and she was part of the pioneering promotion, which spent part of the year on the campus in Bruges and part of the year then on the new campus in Natolin. And as I was already here at the college as a very young professor, I very much remember this special year where our pioneering students left Bruges in the middle of the year to move to Natolin. I'm also more pleased that Mrs. Pejcinovic-Buric accepted to contribute an address to this occasion because she comes from the Council of Europe, of course, and the College and the Council of Europe share an anniversary date of 1949 when both the Council of Europe and the College were created. And this fact has left a trace, a very important trace, in the college's DNA, because the college, which was established a few months after the Council of Europe, adopted the language regime of the Council of Europe, i.e. English and French. And therefore we share something very special also from this perspective with the Council of Europe, and therefore I would now like to have the video message played in.
Monsieur le recteur, Mesdames, Messieurs, chers collègues, c'est un grand plaisir pour moi de participer à cette cérémonie avec vous. Lorsque j'ai accepté de prendre la parole, je m'étais réjouie d'être parmi vous, en personne, et de revoir le collège et Bruges, dont je garde les meilleurs souvenirs. Malheureusement, l'épidémie de Covid-19 a, du moins pour le moment, changé le monde dans lequel nous vivons et la façon dont nous pouvons communiquer les uns avec les autres. Je suis sûre que les derniers mois de vos études et cette cérémonie de clôture ne sont pas ce que vous auriez imaginé lorsque vous êtes arrivé sur le campus. En tant que l'ancienne du Collège d'Europe, je connais le sentiment de fierté, d'excitation et d'espoir que vous éprouvez néanmoins en ce moment. Vous formez donc la promotion Hannah Arendt, une femme dont les écrits sur le totalitarisme ont été populaires auprès d'une nouvelle génération alors que la société était confrontée aux réalités d'un monde en pleine mutation. Hannah Arendt était une femme qui avait des positions controversées, mais qui possédait aussi l'assurance nécessaire pour les exprimer dans un environnement parfois difficile. Vous aussi, vous avez fait preuve du cran, de la détermination et de la résilience nécessaires pour vous adapter et pour réussir. La cérémonie d'aujourd'hui en est la preuve. Dans les années à venir, vous devrez relever beaucoup d'autres défis dans votre vie professionnelle. Ceux-ci mettront à l'épreuve vos capacités, votre patience et votre résilience. Et j'espère qu'en relevant ces défis, en faisant vos preuves en maintes reprises, vous admettez que le Collège d'Europe vous a doté d'un grand nombre d'outils pour tirer votre épingle du jeu. C'est une institution merveilleuse. Depuis sa création, il a constitué un tremplin universitaire pour tous ceux qui ont réussi pour leur carrière en politique, en diplomatie, dans les affaires et dans le service public, tant au niveau des administrations nationales qu'au sein des institutions européennes, bien sûr. Les anciens étudiants du Collège d'Europe ont joué un rôle essentiel dans l'élaboration de l'histoire européenne contemporaine. Et je ne doute pas que beaucoup d'entre vous suivent également cette voie. Even amid the uncertainties that today exist in Europe today, you should move forward with confidence and optimism. After all, that was the approach taken by the founding fathers of both the College of Europe and the Council of Europe. In the aftermath of a European and world catastrophe on an unprecedented scale, it was at the Congress of Europe in 1948 that Salvador de Madriaga proposed the creation of a College of Europe. And it was there too that leading voices from across the continent discussed and shaped the structure and role of the Council of Europe, an organization that was founded in the belief that peace must be built on the basis of greater unity and shared values, human rights, democracy, and the rule of law. Last year, both the College and the Council of Europe celebrated their 70th anniversaries. Despite all of the challenges, turmoil, and change that these institutions have faced, they have not merely survived, rather, they have prospered. Today, the Council of Europe has enlarged to 47 member states, representing the interest of 830 million Europeans, each of which is protected by law under the European Convention on Human Rights. And the College of Europe has established itself as a thriving and distinguished center of learning whose physical expansion from Belgium to Poland was a powerful signal of the nature of pan-European identity in the post-Cold War era. But to work in European affairs, or to study them, is to be aware of an increased skepticism towards European ideals and identity, and multilateralism as a whole. We have been here before in Europe, but because of the experience we have and the institutions that we have built, we are better placed than ever to push back against this hostility, to speak clearly and decisively in defense of the European ideal. Throughout your lives, you will have the opportunity to do this in your professional dealings and your private conversations. I hope that you will always do so. Why does this matter? It matters because the values which our institutions share are the product of painful history, lessons learned, and a determination to ensure a better future. You can hear that determination in every word spoken at the Congress of Europe, and you can see it around you today in the political and cultural architecture that it has inspired. This can continue only so long as you and others like you contribute to it and defy those who would undermine the cooperation on which Europe depends today. In this respect, as in so many others, what you have learned at the College of Europe will stand you in good stead. As a member of the class of '94, the promotion of Stefan Zweig, I was part of the only academic year group to study at both the Bruges and Attelin campuses. I consider this a privilege and I feel very much at home at both. And you will carry with you your own unique experience and memories of this institution. I hope that these bring you happiness. Congratulations on all that you have achieved so far, and I wish you all the best for a future in which your knowledge and experience contribute to the betterment of Europe. Monsieur.
You, the students of the Hannah Arendt promotion, have lived through an extraordinary year. Let us take some moments to reflect on some aspects of this year, here at the College of Europe, through photos and videos, and let us remember some of those really splendid moments that you spent together.
Dear students of the academic year 2019-20, I think you have reason to be proud.
Dear President of the European Council, dear Rector, Your Excellencies, dear professors and students, ladies and gentlemen, I now officially announce the opening of the academic year.
I would first like to thank Secretary General of the Council of Europe for her very inspiring and personal message, which also is an encouragement for you students and soon to be alumni of the Hannah Arendt promotion, to live up to what she encouraged you to do in terms of aspiration after the college. In many respects, the ceremony is a culminating point of our academic year, as it marks the passage of you students from being actual students to pass to all the opportunities, professional and private, which life after and outside of the college is going to offer you. It's both an ending and a departure, with the emotion of this being the moment when you are all, I would normally have said assembled, but connected all together for this special moment as students of the Hannah Arendt promotion. You are on the point of becoming alumni. You are right in thinking at this moment that you have had a particularly challenging year because of the pandemic situation, confinement, and the restrictions under which we all had to live. But as your predecessors of now 70 academic years completed here at the college, and your future successors, I think you are also privileged. You are privileged, first of all, because you are part of a unique community which you have given life to during this year, which you have created by your working and living together, by opening your minds to the over 30 different cultural national identities. I'm speaking here about Bruges. The college as a whole is over 50 different national identities. You have brought these different experiences, cultural backgrounds, perhaps even views of the world to the college. You have broken down barriers of understanding across barriers which quite often are mental barriers. You have contributed in your daily interaction to a better understanding of European diversity and to the realization of how enriching this diversity, which sometimes is a challenge, but how enriching it also can be. This spirit of a real European and transnational community forms the core of the esprit du collège. You have not only created and experienced it, you will also take it with you from this year. I think it's a privilege for life. Secondly, I think you are privileged because you have benefited from a unique study offer, combining a program attracting many of the best experts in the fields, with study trips, the host of special guest lectures and conferences. You have had your fair share of distinguished speakers, starting right away in November with President of the European Council, Donald Tusk, who gave you, I think, a very personal and in part politically quite provoking and inspiring message. The knowledge which we have tried here at the college to transfer to you will no doubt get somewhat outdated over time, because European and international affairs are evolving fast. But what will not outdate is a capacity you have acquired to analyze challenges from a cross-border, transnational European perspective, to take into account different legal systems, different political and administrative forms of organization and cultures, to adapt your negotiation and argumentation skills to the needs of truly European and international contexts. And, this is perhaps the most important, to work constructively on solutions for complex European and international challenges, and this in whatever professional career may be yours in the future. As an alumnus once told me, the main benefit from his perspective of the program he actually followed and from the time he spent at the college was not the mere knowledge, but a specific, as he called it, college mindset. This privilege as well you will take with you, and my colleagues and I myself are already looking forward to the time when you, as anciennes et anciens, will tell us about examples of how this college mindset, which you take away with you, has helped you in your work and in your career, in your institution and in your company, wherever, to make a contribution, however small, to make this world a better place. Third element of privilege, you have benefited from a year in one of the most beautiful old European cities. The mayor told me some time ago that last year Bruges received over 8 million visitors, which is a lot for a small city. But it's a city which has its own life, its own clearly romantic attitude, the changing colors across the year, over the canals, the many beautiful buildings, the quietness which sometimes descends on the city in the evenings when some of the tourists have at least gone, and the special moments when you have fog in autumn in Bruges or also on a crisp winter day. You have adapted fast to the Bruges lifestyle. It has happened to me several times during my time at the college that taxi drivers were actually complaining about particularly fast bicycle riders, and then two said me, and your students are among the worst. So very fast you took on the bicycle culture here of Bruges and Flanders, and I think each year there are around 150 bicycles which are transmitted from one promotion to another. Just to mention one example, how you have, in a sense, become bourgeois. I think the memories of having spent this year in Bruges will also stay with you because of the beauty of the city. And later there will be a special element of connection for you with the city, which we will come back to. And finally, I would also like to say, and that's slightly more on the material and sober side, that yes, you have benefited, and this is also a privilege, from a not inconsiderable investment from European taxpayers. Because the college is subsidized by the European Union, by the federal Belgian government. The Polish government makes a substantial contribution to the Natolin campus, and there are many national authorities which have funded scholarships. I would in particular like to thank, as we are here in Bruges, the European Commission and the Belgian federal government for actually allowing us to have study fees lower than the real cost of students at the college. So the European taxpayers believe in you and what you can do for the common good in the future. This support, this belief in you, it's also a privilege. Now, I've talked about privileges for a few minutes. At the same time, I have also to say that I think you have merited to be privileged. You have merited these different privileges. First of all, this has been, and you will agree with me, a very intensive year for you. Not only in terms of the pressures of demanding study programs, your mastering of new fields of knowledge, your coping with all these different teaching styles, which professors of the college bring to this institution, to the different approaches of transmission of knowledge, different perspectives from the over 200 professors from over 200 different countries. And on top of that, you had to follow the courses and work in 2 different languages. The college program is demanding, and you have surely experienced the demanding nature at different in different phases of the academic year. And it takes already a lot to get to the end of the year of studies, especially because of the intensity also of the second exam session. And this year has been made even more challenging because of the COVID-19 situation. So here you have done your bit to be privileged. But I would also like to mention that you have engaged in many additional tasks and activities which you have taken on top of your studies here at the college during the year. It is really impressive that you have found the energy, the dedication, and the time to engage in a host of activities outside of the study programs, by participation in international competitions, special student working and debating groups, and I would like to single this out in particular, to dedicate yourself to charity causes. Your dedication to charity causes has included offering help to local organizations here in Bruges at the height of the COVID-19 crisis, a crisis which has hit Bruges particularly hard. We are very, very proud of your charity work, as it demonstrates that your quite, if I may say so, privileged life as students of the college has not led you to forget the many sides of misery and distress outside of the college. And last but not least, I would also like to say that all your numerous parties also I would credit on the merit side. I would not be frank without admitting that the subject of parties has been, to say the least, also a controversial one during the period of confinement. And I will have an appointment with the Chief Police Commissioner of Bruges next week to try to placate him and his colleagues about one of your last parties at Biscaya, which ran, to say the least, a bit out of hand on Monday. Nonetheless, I still would like to count your organizational skills and dedication on the party side, national or other, also amongst your merits, because all of those you had to find additional time to organize, to work together, very often across all different nationalities, to make these joint activities possible. In many cases, it required finding sponsors, and you were very successful in finding sponsors, finding very senior level speakers, and arranging other practicalities. And when the confinement period came, you managed to move national parties to remote delivery, as we had to move teaching to remote delivery. Well, that shows organizational skill, imagination, and dedication. So yes, you are privileged, but you have also merited, I think, to be so. But let us spare a thought for those many who have helped you to get there, to get to this conclusion of the academic year. One of the reasons why we started in 2014 the tradition of opening this closing ceremony to your parents and other family members has also been to give them credit for what they have done by providing a stimulating and supportive family framework and education which has nourished, perhaps even awakened, your interest in European affairs and advanced studies. Many of your parents have also had to make considerable financial sacrifices to enable you to study at the college. I wish to thank them here personally for having helped you to overcome potential obstacles to studying at the college and for having, so to say, contributed to opening the doors of the college for you. I wish also to thank at this particular moment, and I'm sure you students will join me on this, all those at the college who have tried their best to make this year an as fruitful and enjoyable one as possible for you. First of all, the members of the academic corps, the directors of studies, coordinators, full-time and visiting professors, the academic assistants who went to great lengths to support you often well beyond your class obligations, the head of the academic office and his colleagues who had to face throughout the year an avalanche of questions and smaller and bigger problems, our tireless director of communications and her colleagues, your student affairs officers who on many occasions defended your interest so well with me, the director and staff members of the library where you spend so much time, the chef and staff of the kitchen who tried to cook for all the different and often demandingly different nationalities and their tastes, the staff of the residences, and in particular the residence wardens, who did so much to make you feel, I think, at least a bit at home in your respective residences. And there are many other parts of the administration I could and should cite. Finances, personnel, and also the staff of the rectorate who made vital contributions. Many of these contributions might not always have been visible to you. I would like to use the occasion to extend special thanks this year, and I think to do this also on behalf of all of you, to our ICT service, who managed in a record time the effective transition to remote teaching and remote examination. Without their dedication and without their commitment, we could not have ensured the completion of the academic year and the graduation before the summer break. Quand on vient aux remerciements, c'est là, on dit habituellement que la fin d'un discours s'approche. Et les fins des discours sont parfois assez attendues. Mais permettez-moi de vous demander encore votre patience et attention pour 3 points. Le premier, c'est que par tradition, la cérémonie de clôture est utilisée pour l'annonce du prochain patron de promotion. C'est avec le plus grand plaisir que j'annonce qu'on aura pour l'année académique prochaine comme patron Mario Soares, qui a montré des qualités de leadership européen exemplaires en guidant le peuple portugais vers l'entrée dans la construction européenne et qui a été parmi les pionniers du dialogue Nord-Sud et de notre responsabilité globale et collective pour les océans. J'ai aussi le plaisir, et avec l'accord avec les autorités polonaises, pouvoir annoncer que dans la session d'ouverture de l'année académique prochaine, le 13 octobre, le collège aura l'honneur d'avoir un discours d'ouverture de la part de Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa, le président du Portugal. Le deuxième point est une dernière pensée pour votre patronne de promotion, Hannah Arendt. Son regard scrutateur, que vous voyez ici, vous a suivi toute l'année du haut des posters photos sur le mur du collège. Je suis sûr que votre patronne aura bien apprécié le fait d'avoir donné son nom à une promotion qui, durant cette année, a fait preuve d'être bien consciente des risques qui résultent pour nos démocraties et libertés de l'obscurantisme populiste de l'absence de pensée et d'un manque d'engagement moral de chacun de nous. Vous ferez honneur à son nom en faisant preuve dans votre vie future, comme elle, d'un esprit à la fois critique et constructif, et aussi du courage de souvent devoir penser à contre-courant. Now, let me come to my last point, really the last point. I would like to finish with giving you a motto on your way, which I borrow from Louis de Groothus, a Bruges patrician and one of the first truly European diplomats who ended his life in 1492 in his palace just 200 meters outside from our diver building. His motto was, plus est en vous, there is more in you. Take this motto with you from your year of the college. There is now more in you. Not only, as we hope, of course, more knowledge and skills, which will help you with your future careers and responsibilities, but also because of the different mindset I referred already to earlier. This mindset has at its core the awareness that mutual understanding, cooperation and working together on common challenges is crucial in this, our world of today. This now more in you, and here I would like to appeal to you, please make others also, make your societies, countries and future work environments benefit from it. The college mindset, I would say, is more important than ever. At times when we see the re-emergence of many false prophets, which promise, at best, temporary false hopes and reassurances, try to simplify the world where things are never simple. And this all too often results in perilous misperceptions, can lead to hate, and in extremis it might lead to the return of those dividing lines drenched in blood, whose remnants were visited in September in the fields of Flanders. As students of the college, in which there is now more, there is more in you, you know better, and never forget that one should act in line with what one knows and feels. Last but not least, there is at the end of this year also more in you because you are now part of this very special community, the college community of friends, of anciennes et anciens. Whatever challenges you face in your life after the college, you will from now on always be able to face them as part of this college community, which you have created and contributed to during this year. In this sense as well, plus est en vous. Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure to announce a speech given by the president of the Association des Anciens, a pre-recorded speech by Ms. Michaela Shimakovia. And I would invite our technical support to play this message in. Thank you very much.
Dear Rector, dear President, dear College of Europe professors and staff, dear friends of the College of Europe, and of course, our very dear Arendters. My name is Michaela Shimakova, and I have the honor for the third and very last time to say a few words and to talk to you on behalf of the alumni community as the outgoing president of the Alumni Association. What an extraordinary roller coaster year. Who would have imagined? Certainly not me, and I would really have loved to be there with you and your beloved ones today to celebrate your achievements, the dedication and friendships, and of course the passion for Europe of all of you. Today we shall be celebrating l'esprit du collège, which thanks to you has proven to be as resilient as one could ever imagine. Let me applaud the entire Hannah Arendt promotion, your dear ones and all of those who supported you during this challenging and life-changing experience, both online and offline. The message I would like to share with you today is a very much forward-looking. The message that is looking into the future and very much about your role in it. Besides the college experience, which probably will have hard time to explain soon to anybody who hasn't not lived it, our community is united around the cause of Europe. Both of these aspects of our shared identity and purpose have been unprecedentedly challenged over the last few months and years. The compassion and resilience are the key to the future. And this year's promotion might see things differently, as all of a sudden, under lockdown and dispersed across the world. You all have been the shapers of the new reality more than ever. You have lived and gained a unique experience which will continue to inspire you, be it in the context of Brexit and post-Brexit, the pandemics, the implications of shifting geopolitics, or in the light of emerging and disruptive technologies. This is the world we are living in, and we need your experience of cohesion, adaptation, and resilience to make it a better new normal, and that as soon as possible. Also, we all need to continue to reinvent and strengthen Europe and its partnerships, including the non-traditional ones. That said, dear Arendters, be aware the present and the future is more than ever yours. Having chosen European life, we all have the responsibility and for mission to tell our story of European life and proudly embody what Europe stands for. So, if at present you might start to feel a little bit nostalgic that this particular journey at the College of Europe is coming to an end, let me reassure you it's not. So what comes next? Of course, after well-deserved summer break. There is little doubt that the alumni community will organize a fantastic welcome networking event for you later this year, hopefully, in Brussels and in another locations. Let me tell you a bit more on this occasion about the vibrant alumni community and what to expect from it. As today, you are becoming a member of the community and you will remain so for the rest of your life, no matter where you are. The foundation of the Alumni Association dates back to the College of Europe itself and comprises of more than 14,000 anciens, and it's known for its richness of different cultures, backgrounds, and career paths. Our primary raison d'être is to cultivate and unleash the potential of l'esprit du collège and promote the cause of Europe. We connect alumni across the world, across the promotions, different generations, across campuses, as there is only one alumni community. We foster friendly relations and promote mutual help among alumni, as for instance, our mentoring activities or fundraising for scholarship illustrate. And we want to do more. Be part of it, as some of you already are, actually. So, thank you for the enthusiasm and for being in touch. The group of volunteers, anciens, behind the work that association is doing, has been organizing and will continue to organize many different initiatives and activities in different formats in partnership with, for instance, diplomatic missions, cultural institutes, and other actors, be it in Brussels or in different other cities and regions. We are also responsible for the legendary graduation anniversary dinners, parties and celebrations, which our promotion will also celebrate every 5 years. So make sure to keep your contact details up to date in our database, and of course stay tuned. But there is more than that. We have several thematic groups. You can either join one of these or create your own, focusing on different thematic areas of interest. Our alumni regional groups are today present in more than 15 countries, cities, regions, including London, and meet regularly. So make sure to get in touch with them when you are traveling. Connecting has never been this easy, thanks to the Alumni online community, which is a dynamic, interactive platform that you probably have seen already and has many cool features and tools that you can explore and benefit from. Today, we have more than 6,600 activated alumni profiles, so don't be shy, connect, explore, get in touch. For the second semester, we actually granted you a full membership and access to our platform. So you have full access to all these cool tools, and I hope you really already really enjoy them, and that you will still make the best out of this little magic that is empowering us all. Our aim is to equally assist graduated alumni on their career path. That's why we also have our mentoring program, which we try to strengthen, extend, and professionalize. Equally, we organize different networking events, activities, professional skills workshops, and we have a welcoming Brussels information hub accessible on our website. So make sure you explore it if Brussels is your next destination. Also, I hope you have noticed our lively LinkedIn group and our career newsletter, which often contains exclusive offers from alumni. Once again, make the best out of it. Finally, the Alumni Association will remain your link with the college itself, as we represent the alumni community in its statutory bodies. I must say we have had an excellent working relationship with the rector and his team, and I would like to very much express my gratitude and thank and applaud for his dedication and work today. As alumna, I'm very excited as well that Madame Mogherini is the next female rector, with whom I hope to continue this outstanding team spirit. The heritage of the alumni community is rich, inspiring, and somehow incredible. Many of alumni shaped the world that we know today and have lived through the peculiar times of the past century. Let's be curious about our community and heritage. This year was, however, marked by terrible loss of several of ours, some of which left us too early, way too early. We need to keep their memory alive, proud for shared identity, and think also about future generations, especially when taking decisions, that will look back to us as we do look back today, to understand the roots and strength of our community. So my message is simple. Be fearless, but compassionate. Lead by example. Think innovation and integrity, but also diversity and inclusion. And remain sensitive, mainstream, and inspire others about our European values that we all stand for. With that, let me warmly welcome you to the family of the Anciens of the College of Europe. We are all very much looking forward to meeting you, to getting to know you, and to welcoming you in person. Félicitations et à très bientôt.
Dear students, dear family members, dear colleagues, it is now my honor and my pleasure to announce a pre-recorded message by Mr. Dirk de Vau, Mayor of the city of Bruges. I would like to add on behalf of all of us that we wish the Mayor a good, full and rapid recovery from the terrible knife attack to whom he fell victim last week. Our thoughts are with you, Mr. Mayor. The message the Mayor is going to give to you students will create, and many of you know already why I'm saying this, will create a very special link for life between you and the city of Bruges.
Dear graduates, or should I say, dear world citizens, it is a custom of us to say goodbye to a group of young world citizens when they have completed their studies at the College of Europe. D'habitude, cette cérémonie a lieu dans la salle gothique de l'Hôtel de Ville. Malheureusement, le coronavirus en a décidé autrement. J'espère en tout cas que vous avez tous passé un temps magnifique dans notre ville. You will have noticed that words fail to describe Bruges' unique character. Indeed, saying that Bruges is nothing more than a city of great historical importance would not do it justice. Firstly, because cities never cease to grow and evolve. And secondly, because Bruges does not use its rich past as a hammock, but as a springboard. Nous avons une histoire riche, mais cela ne veut pas dire que nous restons fixés sur le passé. Bruges est une ville innovatrice et orientée vers le futur. C'est pourquoi nous sommes fiers de la présence du Collège d'Europe dans notre ville. Bruges était sans aucun doute la meilleure ville d'établissement possible pour cette institution prestigieuse. Notre histoire démontre clairement que depuis le Moyen Âge, Bruges a toujours eu un caractère nettement international. Today, too, it plays a decisive role in Europe. Bruges wants to be a city in full evolution in a Europe of full growth. And Europe has to be about Europeans. Our continent is too small to remain divided, but not too large to be united. This may seem logical, but it is not an objective that is easy to achieve. What is certain is that the creation of a European spirit is not a result of pompous statement, but of our everyday efforts. In my introduction, I called you world citizens. I did so because I am convinced that you all are ambassadors of a united Europe. Grâce à l'expérience et les connaissances que vous avez acquises ici, vous êtes devenus des vrais citoyens du monde, disposant d'un solide bagage. Et j'espère que vous pourrez utiliser cet bagage dans un environnement de travail inspirant, ainsi devenir un des maillons essentiels de la chaîne qui unit l'Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, dear students, I am sad that we could not meet face to face for this goodbye. And therefore, I prefer to say, see you later, instead of goodbye. Because this goodbye is at the same time, and above all, an invitation to return to our city in the future. We make this invitation tangible and official with the official document which proclaim you Bruggeling honoris causa. Your student administration will let you know when and where you can pick it up. I hope that you will cherish it. Stay safe, and I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Well, I would like to express the warmest thanks of the college as an institution for the city of Bruges and personally to the mayor for having awarded the elevation to citizens honoris causa to all students of the Hannah Arendt promotion. I would like to say this year I have even more reason to be grateful to the mayor for this, because I was holding my breath for 2 days whether the city would not decide to withhold the award of this ceremony from some of you who in the night this week from Monday to Tuesday behaved, to say the least, very disrespectfully to the police who had to be called in because of serious violations of the COVID-19 restrictions. So the fact that the mayor decided in the end not to withhold the honoris causa diploma from the students registered by the police is another testimony of the trust of the city in the positive role which all of our students can play in the future. Thanks very much. I hand over now to Mrs. Angela O'Neill.
We will now have a short 5-minute break. But for those still watching, we would like to share some unique photographs captured by our in-house photographer, Stephanie Parmentier, during the strictest part of the lockdown. The empty streets of Bruges, beautiful Bruges, our treasured host city, as we never usually see it.
It is now my pleasure, after these, I think, impressive photos of how Bruges looked during the lockdown, it's now my pleasure to move to the announcement of the academic awards. Normally, this is one of the liveliest parts of our closing ceremony, because the prize givers will normally announce personally the laureates of the prizes with a few comments, and then there will be lots of applause from amongst the students, and the winners will move slowly forward, and then there will be handshaking, etc. So all these cheerful context is a bit impossible now, but it is real pleasure and honor for me to do this now today on my own, even though it risks to be a bit more monotonous than usual. I start with the laureates of each department, means the best performing students of each department. For the European Political and Governance Studies program, it's Lucas Gravid. For the European Economic Studies program, it's Felix Scheuenstuhl. For the European Legal Studies program, it's Stefan Chubotaru. For the International Relations and Diplomacy Studies program, it's European International Relations and Diplomacy Studies program, it's Ignacio Aroñez Velasco and Susan Fogarty, as they arrived in ex aequo positions. And Siglinde Stöll, the Director of Studies, nods very approvingly. So all my congratulations to these laureates. And then the best Mater student of this year is Juan Chinas Alvar González. Congratulations also to our best Mater student of this year. We move now to the awards provided by various authorities, government, regional, and other, as well as private companies and associations of former students. And I am pleased to announce that the mayor of the city of Strasbourg had agreed to pre-record a message for the award of the Prix de la Ville de Strasbourg pour le meilleur mémoire sur le Parlement européen.
Monsieur le recteur, chers étudiants et chères étudiantes, chers professeurs du Collège d'Europe, mesdames et messieurs, en février 2018, monsieur le recteur, cher monsieur Monard, et moi-même, nous signions une convention de partenariat par laquelle la ville de Strasbourg s'engageait, d'une part, à poursuivre son soutien au traditionnel voyage d'études annuel du département d'études politiques et de gouvernance européenne dans la ville siège du Parlement européen et du Conseil d'Europe, et d'autre part, à attribuer chaque année un prix doté de 1 000 € aux meilleures mémoires sur le Parlement européen. Dans le contexte de crise sanitaire, économique et sociale que nous traversons, et alors que l'Union européenne tente de se doter de moyens inédits et importants pour se relever et répondre aux défis de l'heure, il est crucial, en effet, que les citoyens européens représentés, faut-il le rappeler, au Parlement européen, soient au cœur des transformations à venir. L'exigence démocratique associée à celle du respect de l'état de droit et des droits de l'homme, valeurs qu'incarne la ville de Strasbourg, constituant une priorité en cette période afin de construire l'avenir et de poursuivre le projet politique d'une Europe solidaire et souveraine en capacité d'agir. Dans quelques jours, un nouveau maire ou une nouvelle maire de Strasbourg sera élu. Je suis certain que ce dernier ou cette dernière, avec la nouvelle rectrice du Collège d'Europe, Madame Federica Mogherini, auront à cœur de développer le partenariat qui unit Strasbourg et le Collège maintenant depuis 3 ans. Cette année, le prix de la ville de Strasbourg récompense à nouveau une recherche académique originale et, disons-le, innovante. Il est attribué à M. Julien Ballet pour son mémoire intitulé « L'incidence de la politique mieux légiférée sur la pratique législative du Parlement européen. Une analyse d'impact d'une recherche d'efficacité au sein de l'espace du pouvoir européen ». J'adresse donc toutes mes félicitations à M. Ballet et je souhaite longue vie au partenariat entre Strasbourg et le Collège d'Europe. À cet égard, permettez-moi de citer Hannah Arendt, nom que la promotion 2020 du Collège d'Europe s'est choisie, je la cite, « Contre l'imprévisibilité, contre la chaotique incertitude de l'avenir, le remède se trouve dans la faculté de faire et de tenir ses promesses. » Merci à vous tous et félicitations au lauréat Julien Ballet.
Un grand merci à Monsieur le maire Roland Ries pour avoir attribué ce prix, mais je souhaite aussi le remercier pour des années d'excellente coopération entre la ville de Strasbourg, ville européenne et le Collège d'Europe. I move now to the Amphori Award for the best thesis on EU open and sustainable trade policy, an award which consists of €1,500 and publication of the thesis on the Amphori webpage. This prize goes to Emer Gerard of the EIS program in Natolin. All my congratulations. Then I move to the Bayer-Latour Award for the best thesis on EU-China relations, an award which consists of €500 for each winner. The first winner is Ignacio Aronis Velasco from the IRD department. The second winner is Yijiang Luo from the IRD department. And the third winner is Jonathan Schnock from the IRD department. Congratulations on all 3 of those awards. Then we have the Best Friends Award for the best thesis on competition law in the digital age. This award consists of Euro 3,000 and goes to Ségolène Allègre in the law department. I move then to the Burson, Cohn and Wolf Prize for the best thesis on the role of non-governmental actors in EU policy making. This prize consists of an award of Euro 1,000 and goes to Pauline Grimmer of the Politics Department. We then move to the ECDPM Award for the best thesis on new directions for EU relations with Africa. This award consists of a 4-month paid internship in the ECDPM office in Brussels, starting before the end of September, and a monthly allowance of Euro 750. It goes to Susan Fogarty of the IRD department. We move then, and Professor Mogherini presence here adds something in addition, I think, to this announcement, although she was not involved, of course, in the award. The European External Action Service Award for the best thesis on EU external relations. This award consists of a paid internship of 5 months starting in 2020 with an allowance of euro 1,300 per month. It goes to Monica de Silva from the IRD department. Congratulations. The next prize is the ESC Award for the best thesis on the role of actors of the civil society in the European decision-making process. It is an award consisting of a paid internship of 5 months with a monthly allowance of euro 1,200. It goes to Martina Di Gaetano of the IRD department. We then move to the Energy Community Award for the best thesis on European energy governance. I would like to mention in this context that we have a very active student energy group, which during the year has organized several special events. The interest in energy policy has been ever increasing here at the college. The award of the energy community consists of a 3-month paid internship with a monthly allowance of 1,580 euro. It goes to Lisse Geert van Vliet of the European Interdisciplinary Studies program in Natolin. Congratulations. We then move to the European Court of Auditors Thesis Award. The college has, since 2 years, a special cooperation agreement with the European Court of Auditors, and in the context of this cooperation, it was possible to establish a prize consisting of a 5-month remunerated traineeship at the European Court of Auditors. The winner of this award is Felix Scheuenstuhl of the ECO-EIB program. Congratulations. Then I announce the prize of the European Federation of Pharmaceutical Industries and Associations Prize for the best thesis on public policies impacting the pharmaceutical sector. The prize consists of an award of euro 2,000 and a publication of the thesis on both the EFPIA, so European Federation of Pharmaceutical Industries and Associations, and College of Europe websites. And the winner is invited also to apply for a 6 months paid internship on the basis of a professional agreement to be reached with the EFPIA. The winner of this prize is Angela Tessarolo from the Paul EPA program. Congratulations. We then move to the European People's Party Group Award for the best thesis on the role and contribution of the European Parliament and its political groups. This award consists of a 5 months paid internship, monthly allowance of 1,300 euro, starting normally in September of this year. But this remains to be explored with the winner, and the winner is Jacopo Giraudo from the European Interdisciplinary Studies program in Natolin. The next prize, which I can announce, is the ENP Award for the best thesis on the European neighborhood policy, relating to the awarded here at the campus in Bruges. The award consists of 1,000 euro, and the winner is Stefano Collards of the IRD program. I then move to the Fleischmann-Hillard Award for the best thesis on EU energy policy, consisting of a 10 months paid internship, the monthly allowance of €950, a prize which goes to Héloïse Rion of the Political and Governance Studies Department. We then come to the Georgian Institute of Politics, GIP Award, for the best thesis on the Eastern Partnership. This is a newly created prize consisting of €500, which can be used for research stay also at the Georgian Institute of Politics in Tbilisi. The winner of this new prize is Katarzyna Lotska of the International Relations and Diplomacy Program. We then come to the Global Competition Law Center Prize for the best thesis on competition, law and policy. This prize, which consists of the publication of the dissertation in a specialized review in competition law and economics, still has to be decided. So apparently there is some strong competition and decision-making process which still has to be completed. So it will be announced later. Moving on alphabetically, we come to the IRD German Language Prize, a prize consisting of a language training scholarship sponsored by the German Goethe Institute, consisting of a 2 weeks intensive course in Germany. The course includes accommodation and cultural program and excursions. The Goethe Institute will also help with the travel costs. This prize goes to Astrid Olesen of the IRD program. Now, the next prize is one which I have the honor to announce each year, although I'm not a representative of the institution. It is a prize of the Dipartimento Italiano Politiche Europee della Presidenza del Consiglio dei Ministri, the Italian Council of Ministers, for the 5 best Italian students of the year. The prize consists of euro 1,000 for each of the winners. I read them out. Jacopo Giraudo, European Interdisciplinary Studies Program. Marco Grantagliano, the Law ILEA program. Maria Lelli, the EIS program. Salvatore Ricci of the Political and Governance Studies program. And Angela Tessarolo of the Paul EPA program. Congratulations to the 5 winners. The next prize has a special link with the college because it is the Jacques Delors Prize for the best thesis on a subject relating to the European project. Now, as students of the college, you will know that Jacques Delors was for many years president of the Administrative Council of the college, in addition, of course, to his key role in the construction of Europe. This prize is provided by the Jacques Delors Institute and consists of €1,000. It will include the mentioning of the prize and then the possibility to publish an article on the website of the Jacques Delors Institute. The article can also take form of a policy paper. It will be distributed via the Institute's network. There is also the possibility of a 6-month internship linked to this prize. So quite a substantial range of elements. The winner of this prize is Clementine Agosta from the Paul EPA program. I move then to the Jan Olaf Hausotter Memorial Prize for the best thesis on transatlantic affairs. It's a prize which commemorates a former student. The prize consists of Euro 500. This year, this prize will be divided between Patricia Jaworek and Juan Chinas Alvaro Gonzalez. And on my list, unfortunately, I do not have the study departments listed. From Malta, Professor Stöhl reminds me of the right association. Thanks very much. We move to the Johnson & Johnson Prize for the best thesis on healthcare or consumer-related issues, consisting of an award of Euro 1,000. This prize goes to Giulia Scamaccia del Morgo of the ECO-ELEA program. Congratulations. Then we move to the Lexion Verlagsgesellschaft Award for the best thesis on EU state aid, EU public procurement, or EU structural funds policy. It consists of an award of Euro 500 and the publication of the winning contribution and a 1-year subscription to the relevant Lexion journal. The winner is Eamon Sweeney from the ECO-EPA program. Congratulations. We then come to the Linklaters Prize for the best thesis on the economic analysis of European law, consisting of a paid internship at Linklaters. The prize this year is awarded to Marco Grantagliano from the Law ILEA program. Congratulations. Then we come to the Martin Soya Memorial Prize, another prize created for the commemoration of a former student by fellow students. The prize consists of an award of 1,500 euro and goes this year to Julius Schneider of the ECO department. We then come to the Meyer-Brown Prize for the best thesis on the impact of EU law on business. This prize consists of an award of Euro 2,000 and the thesis, the master thesis, being published on the Meyer-Brown website. This year, the prize is awarded to Alexandre Vial of the Law Department. Congratulations. We move to the Prix de Français of REAPFF. In France, abbreviations are much répandues. So I read out what REAPFF means. It's a Richelieu International Europe Association pour la promotion de la francophonie en Flandre. This prize goes to the best student in each French language course, pour le meilleur étudiant pour chaque cours de langue française. Le prix consiste d'un abonnement en ligne à la presse francophone, courrier international et en livre en complément. Grammaire progressive du français. Alors déjà, pour le gagnant, il y aura d'autres études à entreprendre durant l'été. Les gagnants sont Mary Azatrian, programme IRD, Katiana Lotzka, programme IRD, Peter Bas van Solchem, IRD, and Jonathan Schnock, IRD. We come then to another memorial prize, the Rafael Sanz Rodriguez Memorial Prize for the best thesis in the law department. The prize consists of the symbolic amount of money awarded by alumni of euro 500. It goes to Thibault Le Chevalier of the Law Department. Félicitations. We then come to the Sergio Lopez Perona Memorial Prize, also a prize in commemoration of a former student, for the best thesis on the EU's relations with the Middle East. This award consists of a prize of €1,000, and it goes to Daphne Argeraki of the European Interdisciplinary Studies Programme. We then come to the Sir Julian Priestley Memorial Awards for the best thesis on European policies and strategies on European institutions. Julian Priestley was a professor at the College of Europe for a long time. The award consists of euro 2,000, and it goes to this year to Chiara Terranova of the POL program. It's a prize which is also divided and goes to, as a second winner, to Oriane Gilloz of the POL program. Congratulations. We then move to the Transparency International EU Prize for the best thesis on the European Union's role in anti-corruption efforts, stroke transparency, integrity and accountability of the EU's institutions. This award consists of a placement with expenses paid to participate in the annual Transparency International School on Integrity in Vilnius in Lithuania during the first half of July 2020, so pretty soon. I could think that this may possibly be postponed or organized remotely, but on this we don't at the moment have information. In any case, all the winners will be informed about the details of their prizes later. I would like to add that the Transparency International School on Integrity is an annual state-of-the-art anti-corruption and accountability training event for future leaders. The winner is Marie Nellis of the Law Department. Congratulations. We then move to the TUSIAD Award for the best thesis on EU enlargement policies. It's an award which consists of euro 1,000 and optionally a 3-month unpaid internship with TUSIAD in Brussels as a free researcher. And this award goes to Martina Di Gaetano of the IAD program. Congratulations. We then move to the United Nations University Chris Prize for the best thesis on the EU and global governance. The winners can choose between two options: a thesis prize of euro 1,000 or a 3-month internship at the UNICRIS section of the United Nations University here in Bruges with a monthly stipend of euro 750. This prize, which is a prize which we developed with our partner here in Bruges, UNICRIS, the winner of this prize is Patrick Plavec from the IAD program. Congratulations. And finally, we move to the Union for the Mediterranean Award for the best thesis on Euro-Mediterranean relations. This prize consists of a paid internship of 3 to 6 months at the UFM Secretariat in Barcelona with monthly stipend and support for accommodation and travel as well determined then later in direct exchanges with the prize winner. The winner of this prize is Jack Lyons of the POL program. congratulations. This brings the list of awards to an end. I wish to extend, also on behalf of my colleagues here present, my warm congratulations on your achievement. I would also like to use the occasion to thank the providers of the prizes. We have the tradition at the college to invite the prize givers as a token of our recognition to a lunch before the closing ceremony, and this is something we also had, unfortunately, to give up on. So I can only try to replace this by my warmest personal thanks, because these prizes, apart from the awards they consist of, can be very helpful and important for our students' future careers. They are very nice elements of an emerging CV. So we move now to the next part of this closing ceremony, contribution. It is a long-established contribution. It is a long-established tradition at the college that our students, at the moment of the closing, can look back to the year and share with us their impressions, their appreciations, and quite often also some funny stories. So I think we have good reason to look forward to the contributions of our students this year. And we will have a pre-recorded speech by Ms. Herda Schafferei.
Madam Secretary General Burridge, Honorable President Van Rompuy, distinguished Rector Monar and professors, dear fellow graduates, proud families, and friends. I want to begin with gratitude. I am grateful to my classmates who have demonstrated selflessness, whether through the support of one another or the support provided to the greater community we are a part of in Bruges. The selflessness I have witnessed during the past few months has been of a special kind, one that is only able to be revealed in times of deep crisis. After all, in the blink of an eye, we went from sharing disappointment over repas froids to sharing the pain felt by our Italian and Spanish peers. From sharing complaints over 10 p.m. lectures to sharing the heartbreak of having had many crucial aspects of our experience here be made virtual: classes, friendships, graduation. Yet, despite being forced to live our experience entirely off script, we managed to keep the essence of it all alive, engaging open-heartedly with one another. And although this certainly isn't how we plan to celebrate the occasion, I would like us all to focus on two overarching positives. Despite the adversity, we are indeed graduating. And although various aspects of our lives have been interrupted, our friendships and our bonds have continued to thrive. When I first arrived at the College of Europe back in August, as many of you, I was exhausted. 2 flights, a train ride, and 30 minutes of dragging my suitcase on cobblestone later, I finally made it to Diver. The journey seemed to be a metaphor. This will be hard. Born and raised in Albania and educated in the United States, I had so much to learn about the EU and its inner workings, and was motivated by my conviction that Albania too deserves a seat at the table. The symbolism of an Albanian student delivering the graduation speech at the College of Europe is not lost on me. Since last August, we've endured a fair share of challenges. We've had to grapple with numerous puzzling contradictions between the theories we learned in the classroom and the reality of the world we're living in. As we learned about the commitment to remaining united in diversity, we were confronted with headlines on European divisions. As we learned about the macroeconomic benefits of opening up domestic economies, we were challenged by increasing populism. As we dove deeper into the safety net provided by integration, we were confronted with closing borders. How do we reconcile our own beliefs with the sometimes conflicting reality? Most importantly, what role is there for us as graduates of the College of Europe? It is these questions that led us to my message for today. namely the importance of engagement in creating and maintaining unity. As often happens, people are threatened by change, and we have witnessed how it can be a catalyst for divisiveness even within our little College of Europe bubble, but most importantly, in Europe and more broadly in the world beyond. This divisiveness, albeit not new, has become more severe. It has also simultaneously become more important to tackle head first. The experiences that brought us here and the training we have received at the College of Europe have certainly equipped us to do just that. For instance, we've witnessed firsthand the frustration and difficulty of achieving consensus, whether be it when we were negotiating national weeks or when we were negotiating amendments for the simulation game. Unless we had empathetically engaged with different points of view, the all-or-nothing mentality would have left us with nothing. The main takeaway from these exercises has certainly been that there can be no consensus without genuine engagement. The Bruges bubble is the extremely engulfing environment that we're all a part of by virtue of being a bunch of Europhiles at the College of Europe. However, this bubble isn't only physical. Many of us continue to be part of a similar bubble when in Brussels or beyond. So come fall, whether you are working on monetary policy in Frankfurt, blue booking for the Commission, or eating pasta from the hands of your Italian nonna, I hope that you will courageously seek out the other side, because only through doing so will you be able to build bridges and be of true service. I hope that you will take the time to learn more, even more, about the different stories that make up the EU and are often silenced. And I also hope that you will take the time to share facts with others in a disagreeing yet not disagreeable manner. The College of Europe has equipped us to understand that nothing is black and white. Instead, there are many, many shades of grey to most things, especially when it comes to the EU. European values have guided this institution since its founding, the most important of which being unity. To me, unity does not mean necessarily creating a single European story, but rather seeking out many different ones. It means having the courage to look for common ground when there seems to be none. Unity is the strength to fight even one's own biases. It is the humility to accept the roles even we might have played in creating division. If we are committed to unity, then we must first be committed to engagement as its precondition. I have met you all. I know that every single one of you has the ability to captivate and to convince. You have the ability to use the knowledge and the training you have received at the College of Europe to change minds and hearts. I urge you to use your gifts, to engage, to foster unity. Thank you for the honor and pleasure to have represented you this year. I wish you the best of luck, and I cannot wait to meet again.
I would like to thank Herda very much for this inspiring message, but we have a second contribution from our students, and there will now be a pre-recorded speech from Valentin Plouchard. Please.
Today is about a celebration of students committing to an ideal. A celebration that in a changing world, together is the only way forward. A celebration that the European Union is capable to give direction to a destiny and to a shared. A destiny that each and every one of us decided to take a part in, and that makes the College of Europe one of a kind. Parce que choisir le Collège d'Europe, c'est un choix qui dépasse les simples ambitions professionnelles. C'est un choix personnel et citoyen. There is no doubt that each and every year the college is unique. Promotions follow one another, bringing to this very city of Bruges their own uniqueness. This very particular thing commonly referred to as l'esprit du collège, and not to be forgotten a certain share of hustle and bustle. Cette année, cependant, sera sans aucun doute un peu plus unique que les autres, faisant l'expérience de nombreux changements, de circonstances sans précédent et d'une Bruges totalement vide. D'aucuns diraient d'ailleurs Bruges morte. L'esprit du collège a été amené à un tout autre niveau par les étudiants de la promotion Arendt. D'une certaine manière, nous pouvons dire, nous avons écrit ensemble une autre histoire de cette institution. To an unprecedented extent, we've had to improvise, adapt, overcome. And how is that, they will say? But firstly, we had a 3-month-long simulation game themed on a worldwide pandemic. But also, the lockdown allowed to slow down the pace of the normal life here at the college and to privilege quality time over quantity. Our residencies truly became our families. Eventually, experiencing Bruges without any tourists is kind of a privilege, and I doubt that any form of promotion will have that as a memory. But this promotion cannot only be summarized to its second half. And maybe the best way to tell what the college is lies in this simple quote. Vous savez, moi je ne crois pas qu'il y ait de bonnes ou de mauvaises situations. Si je devais résumer ma vie aujourd'hui avec vous, ce serait d'abord des rencontres. Et quelles rencontres? Future colleagues, friends for life, sometimes more. There are people you never talk to, people you wish you had talked to. Sometimes people you regret to have talked to, but one thing is sure, however, these talks will not be forgotten. For not only does the college provide with a rich curriculum on EU affairs taught by the specialists of their respecting fields. Anybody can know that from reading leaflets. Most importantly, it provides students with a place to exchange and to experience Europe together. And what makes this year unforgettable? You ask, what is our aim? I can answer in one word. It is people. It is hearing Spanish at breakfast. It is taking a break at the library and hearing Polish around the corner. It is testing new language skills at the student bar. It is about the energy deployed by students for each project, each activity we organize, each event we want to share. And all these efforts are deployed in parallel of our regular curricula, challenging and demanding curricula. Yet, these academic exercises and this various commitment are pursuing the same aim, understanding each other. Understanding each other here at the college, later in Brussels or anywhere else in the world where we will be. And back in November, during the opening ceremony of the Arendt promotion, my colleague Julia, recalling the words of President Tusk, emphasized that Europe was at a crossroads. We undeniably are at a crossroads, where each direction has its lot of uncertainties. To add to that, and to use other famous words, la paix mondiale ne saurait être sauvegardée sans des efforts créateurs à la mesure des dangers qui la menacent. And what we saw during this year is that the commitment to learn, to understand each other, and to build something together did not change. However, let us be honest, due to these unprecedented circumstances, people from the outside might call us the COVID-19 promotion. But let them call us that. Because in the end, what they will never know, what they will never realize, is that it made our community stronger than any other promotion. Together in the extraordinary, undivided in adversity, and most of all, united in diversity. Thank you.
Un très grand merci à Valentin pour ce message qui nous fait, je pense, tous réfléchir. C'était vraiment aussi très inspirationnel. I now come to the moment each year, which is a moment, of some sadness as well, because it's a moment when, as a rector, I declare the closing of this academic year. I would not like to pronounce this traditional phrase without, first of all, wishing you students all the best on your way forward after the college. May all your ambitions be fulfilled. May the Esprit de Bruges be with you in all your undertakings. I would also like to use the occasion to say, as we, to our great regret, for the reasons indicated, have not been able to arrange for a final being together of all the students at the moment of the closing of this academic year, we will organize a reunion for the Hannah Arendt promotion at a date still to be determined for next year. I would also, that's my final remark, like to wish my successor, Federica Mogherini, all possible success. My thoughts will be with you, and personally, I have no doubt that a new phase of leadership of the college will begin, and a good phase of leadership. And now, also in the name of President Herman Van Rompuy, who could unfortunately not be with us today, I declare the academic year 2019-20 of the Hannah Arendt promotion closed. My final act is to ask all of you here, at least, to stand up for the European hymn. Thank you.